The Premier League season kicks off this weekend. In a video recently, we rated the home kits that each of your teams are going to be wearing. Today, it's the turn of the away kits. That's right, guys. If you haven't seen the other video already, check it out on the screen right now. We rated all of the Premier League home kits out of 10. We're going to do the exact same thing today for the away kits, and I've had a bit of feedback since the last video. Apparently, I need to stop talking so much about sleeve sponsors because I seem to be a little bit obsessed with marking teams down if they have a sponsor on their sleeve. So I will try my best not to mention that too much today. In addition, I've got two things to advertise for you. Yesterday, we had Premier League Predictor start on the channel where you guys predict the scores alongside me. Go and check that video out. That would be absolutely brilliant. It's on the channel right now. And also, we do have a fantasy Premier League league for you guys to battle out in, so go and check that out, link in the description down below. So just to give you a quick overview of how this is going to work, I'm going to rate each team out of 10 for their away kits. 0 is like a what the hell were you doing, I would never wear that in a million years. 10 out of 10 is I would buy that even if I'm not a fan of your team. And a 5 kind of does the job. Everywhere in between is self-explanatory. So first up, we have Arsenal, and this away kit is tidy. The change of badge is an interesting one. I'm not really sure why they're changing the badge, if I'm honest with you, but it looks cool nonetheless. I like the texture within the kit. Lots of different shades of greys and blacks in there, which is nice. The silver on the shoulders looks good, and the gold across Emirates, Adidas, and the gun looks brilliant as well. I quite like this kit. I think that as an away kit is very decent. Away kits can sometimes be quite extravagant, a little bit different. This one is very classy. I'm going to give it a 7 out of 10. Pretty solid start to this list. Next up, we have Aston Villa. Another really decent kit, to be fair. This Aston Villa is very nice. It takes the light blue from the Aston Villa badge and it turns it into a really, really nice away kit. I like the way that it's got the slight stripes in it as well. Looks really nice. The claret is still in there, of course, with the Aston Villa badge, Castor and Kazoo. Looks really nice. Very decent trim around the collar. A little bit on the shoulders looks decent as well. This is a very strong start to the away kits. I think they're a lot better than the home kits, let's put it that way. I'm going to give this another 7. It's just very tidy. Oh, we were doing so well. We were doing so well until we hit this Bournemouth kit. This is not nice. This looks awful. For some reason, we're making out that Bournemouth is from like the Palm Jumeirah or something because there's like palm leaves in it, which doesn't make much sense to me whatsoever. The Umbro badge kind of stands out a little bit in that corner. Doesn't look great. The Bournemouth badge itself looks like it's got some extra, I don't know, it just doesn't look like it's been trimmed properly, if I'm honest. Daffabet doesn't look great on there either. It looks really tight around the neck and the shoulders. That's probably just the design, but it doesn't look great. I'm going to rate this quite lowly. I think this is a very poor kit. I'm going to go for a 2. It doesn't look good at all. I don't really understand the story behind it. I don't know what it's got to do with Bournemouth, but palm leaves don't look good on a kit, full stop. Next up, we have Brentford. This is alright. It's a pretty standard kit. I feel like it's, you know, when you do like create a club on FIFA and they give you loads of like templates to use. This is one of the templates. It's just like that slightly textured sort of bluey stripy bits. I don't know. It's weird to explain really, but it's all right. It's not an ideal kit. It doesn't look particularly great. The sleeves look all right with the nice trim around the blue. But all in all, it's pretty basic and it doesn't really do the job either. I think it's pretty bland, really. I'm going to go for a 4 out of 10. I'm not a massive fan of this kit. I don't think it's going to sell numbers. And there's just something about it just doesn't sit right with me. Umbro, I think, have had a very poor start to this video. Brighton away kit. This one is loud. Very loud indeed. An orange and red number with a pretty cool pattern on the front. And the black in the Brighton badge and the trims and the Nike tick and stuff looks really good. The sponsorship moves in there very nicely. I am going to have to say it. I know I said I wouldn't talk about the sponsor on the sleeves, but The sponsor on Brighton's sleeve is utterly awful. If I try and put that to the back of my mind and hope that you can buy this kit without the badges on it, then I'd say this is all right. It kind of does the job. It does the job as an away kit. Not many kits out there are orange, so I think it does well. Anyone that's going to clash with the blue and white of Brighton isn't going to have orange and red in their kit as well. So yeah, I like it. I'm going to give it a 5. It does the job. It's nothing too massive. It's got that stupid sponsor. So yeah, 5 out of 10 from me. Yes, we loved this home kit. We loved the Crystal Palace home kit. And the away kit is really cool as well. This is one of the other entries from the toddlers that were given Crayola crayons, by the way. They got told to, you know, design a Crystal Palace kit. And this kid got bored halfway through and only did 2 stripes down the kit and then went off and played with the car set or something. Yeah, this is nice. This is still so cool. White predominantly. Still has the red and blue of Crystal Palace in there. The sponsor looks good. The branding looks good. The collar and stuff looks tidy as well. It has got a bit of a bad sleeve sponsor, but we don't talk about those in this video. I've made my peace with that. I really like this kit. I think their kits have been spot on this season. I'm gonna give this one a solid 8, 7.5, 8 out of 10. We're going at 8 out of 10. It's just really nice. I think they've absolutely aced their branding this season. Next up, we have Everton, who have gone for a pink number here. I'm not too sure about that pattern, if I'm honest. It looks like someone's dodgy dishcloth. I don't think I'm a massive fan. It kind of hurts my brain. It's kind of symmetrical, but not at the same time. The pattern just doesn't sit well with the badges. So like the Hummel's in the top right of one of the cubes, and then the Everton badge is like covering the bottom of one of the squares. It doesn't make much sense. I feel like if they're going to do that, they should be making it so they kind of line up at least somewhere with one of the parts of the shirt. It seems to line up a bit with the sponsor, I guess, but that's not enough for me, if I'm honest with you. I'm not a huge fan. I think that I'd probably not buy this kit even if I was an Everton fan. It's a bit of a stinker. It's not a 2 out of 10, but I think it's a 3. I'm going to give it a 3 out of 10. It's just not nice in any way. I don't think there's anything that I like about it, apart from the fact it hasn't got palm leaves on it. Okay, a debut for Fulham in these videos because they hadn't released their home kit in time for me to rate it. This away kit, though, is tidy. I really like this. This is a very nice kit from Fulham. I like the sort of pattern. I guess it's kind of a pattern. It's a very obscure pattern within it. Very happy with that. The badge actually matching the colours of the kit themselves is really nice. Adidas looks good. W88 being in silver is a little bit naff. I think I'd have that potentially in a different colour, but I don't know what colour that would be. Potentially black or dark, I don't know. It's hard. It's very hard to put that sponsor on the front of this shirt because the colours that are used throughout are used. It's like it would just blend in, wouldn't it? It's hard. Maybe that's the best they could really come up with, to be fair. It doesn't take over from the kit though, which is nice. I rate it. Very nice kit indeed. I'm going to put this up there. I'm going to put a 7. It's not as nice as the Crystal Palace one, but it is a very decent kit indeed for an away shirt. 7 out of 10 from me. Remember, guys, as we're going through these shirts, I want to hear your thoughts as well. So let me know in the comments what you rate each kit out of 10. Next up, we have Leeds, and this is different. It's like a tie-dye sort of look, which is pretty cool, to be fair. It brings back the standard yellow of Leeds. So Leeds have turned to a white kit now more recently, but they used to wear yellow back in the day. I'm thinking like Mark Viduka and stuff like that. It's very nice kit. SBO top have matched the colour scheme of the kit as well, which I really like. It's not my kind of thing because I'm not really a tie-dye kind of person, but I can respect that it does look quite nice. I wouldn't wear it. It wouldn't suit me, but there's a lot of people out there that would enjoy this. I'm going to go for a 7 again. I think this is a very strong away kit. It's not as good as Crystal Palace in the sense that it's not good enough for me to want to buy it. So on a personal opinion, it's nice to look at, but I would never want to wear it, if that makes sense. So yeah, definitely though, A 7 out of 10. Very nice indeed. Okay, Liverpool. This one I do not like, but I just think it's something that my brain can't quite compute. The psychedelic is the word that I'd use to describe it. All the different sort of faint colours and the wiggly lines, it hurts my brain. But this, it could work in a Premier League game. If I was playing centre-back up against Liverpool and they're coming at me with this, my head's going to hurt. I'm probably going to fall over and they're going to go through, score a goal. So maybe that's the aim here, to like put people in a trance or something. I don't know. For me personally, I'm not a fan, but I do rate that they've tried to do something different. So I'm not going to go as low as the palm trees and the awful kits of this world. But I'm also not going to say does the job, because for me it doesn't. So I'm going to put 4 out of 10. I just don't like it. I can't get my head around it and it's actually hurting my eyes, so I'm going to move on. Okay, next up we have Manchester City. Now, in my home video, I completely and utterly ridiculed them for what was an atrocious kit. The away kit's alright. It's decent. I like the yellow across the sponsor, the badge, and the Man City badge as well. I do like the red and black stripes. I think it's a nice touch. The sleeves look good, minus the sponsors. But all in all, it's actually a decent kit. A decent away kit. It does the job for me, so it's a 5 out of 10. Next up, we have Manchester United. Now, this Manchester United kit's a bit interesting. I like that it's white. I really like the stripes on the shoulders. So the red, black, red stripes are really cool. The detailing around the collar and the sleeves is really nice as well. And they've kept the black going in the badge and the Adidas and the team viewer. Now, do I think it blows the world away? Not really. Do I think it's a must-buy for Man United fans? No, not at all. It does the job. It's a kit that does the job in the sense that it's a nice away kit. It does look cool and some fans might like to buy it, but it's not a must-buy. It also doesn't do anything drastically different. It's not outlandish or even just out there and interesting. It's just a standard away kit. So for me, because of that, it is just a 5 out of 10. Does the job, but for me, doesn't blow anyone out the water. Next up, we have the Newcastle number, which I think is a step above does the job. It's got really nice gold detailing across the badge, the Castor and the Fun 88. It's also got really nice gold detailing on the sleeves as well, with a little design going up the sleeve, which is quite nice. I'm not too much of a fan of the neck. I think that's a little bit weird. I don't really like that design there, but all in all, it's actually quite a nice kit. The deep blue, I think, is something that's quite new for Newcastle. Correct me if I'm wrong down in the comments if they've had one like this before. And then just the little details around the side and stuff. It's just a nice kit. It does do the job, but I feel like they've done a little bit extra than does the job, in my opinion. So I'm going to go for a 6. I think it's nice. I think it's a decent effort from them. I feel like the Newcastle badge should be a bit bigger, personally. Let me know. But yeah, it's nice. It's a 6 out of 10. Okay, Nottingham Forest. This one is strange because usually with a kit, you've got the massive outlandish design in the middle and then it bolds out on the sleeves. They have completely flipped it. They have got bold in the middle and then detail on the sleeves. Again, I feel like when you do create a club in career mode or in like pro clubs or something and you're picking your kit, this is one of the designs that's given, plus they've just gone over the top on just the sleeve. They've put all their effort into the trims and nothing into the bulk of the design. It's very strange indeed. I do like the collar, it's quite tidy. I don't like the pattern on the sleeves, admittedly. I don't really understand it, but there's probably some story behind that. All in all, though, I don't really like it. It's a bit naff, isn't it? I'm going to go for 4 out of 10. To me, it's too boring in the middle, and the design itself, I just don't like it. Oh my god. Southampton had a bad home kit. Their away kit is even worse, let's face it. They haven't gone centralised, which I rate, but the design is so weird. It's got like waves in it. I'm starting to look at it a bit deeper now and I'm starting to get it. It's got some waves in it, which is obviously the sea, Southampton. There's parts to it which I like. It shouts rugby kit to me. I don't know if anyone else shouts like Rugby 7's kit to me. I don't know why. It's alright. It does the job. They've gone for it. I can rate that, but I just don't really like the design myself. But I kind of respect a team that kind of go for it as opposed to just playing it boring, a bit like Man United did, I guess, in a sense. I'm going to go for... I'm going to go for a 5. It does the job, and I don't like it. So it's a 5. If it had done the job and I liked that they'd gone the extra mile, 6. But I don't like what they've done, so I'm going to go 5 for me. For God's sake. What is it with people wanting to centralise everything? This looks like a training top. This Tottenham kit looks like a training top. I quite like the colours of it. Not a massive fan of the green, but I really like the blue and then the darker bits on the shoulders and the sleeves. But for me, that looks like a training top. You know where every club kind of tries to sell a t-shirt that's unofficial? This looks like an unofficial top that's being sold on the streets of Mallorca. That's exactly what this looks like. It doesn't look like a nice kit at all. The socks are awful. The kit, yeah, this is the worst one. Is this the worst one? Is it worse than the palm leaves? It's not worse. It's on par with the palm leaves. It's a 2 out of 10. It's not a 1 out of 10, but it is awful. Like, this is a really shoddy away top. Not a fan at all. Again, I don't like the centralisation of it. That doesn't make sense to me. But yeah, no, I'm going to go for it. A 2. A 2. Just awful for Spurs fans. West Ham United, they had a very strong home kit, and their away kit is nice. It does the job for me in the sense that it's probably going to end up being a mid rating, but the sleeves are cool with a little design on them. I like the fact that they've changed the Umbro, the West Ham badge and the Betway to match in with the colour scheme of it all. Very decent indeed. Again, it's a bit of a... You've started a pro clubs team and this is one of the kits they offer you with a little bit of arty-farty on the sleeve. Again, they focus on the trims and nothing else. So, for me, it does the job. It's a 5 out of 10 and that's the only place it really can lie. It's not as nice as the home kit, but for an away kit, I can see some fans wanting to buy this. It's nice. I just don't think anyone else would find it that appealing. The last kit we're looking at today is Wolves. So this Wolves kit is an interesting one. They've kept the orange within the design, which is quite cool, but there's no real like pattern to the design. It's kind of just random lines everywhere, which again is part of the design, but I'm just not a massive fan of it. At least they've got it the right way around. The bulk of it is a design and then the sleeves are bold, which is the way it should be. I do like the trims. I like that the orange is still involved in this kit. The green is an interesting colour. I actually quite like it, but I don't know if I'm a fan of the design. I don't know. It's a difficult one because I like the colours. I like what they've tried to do. I just don't think they've executed it particularly well. I'm going to go for a 5 out of 10 again, because I like what they're trying to do. I just don't think they've executed it to the level that I would want them to. And there are 2 teams today that are receiving a 0 out of 10 because they have failed to release their away kit the day of the season starting, which is a complete joke. How can you be literally on the day that the season is starting and you haven't told your fans what you're going to wear away from home? Chelsea and Leicester are the 2 sides that did not feature in this video because they haven't released their kits yet. So they get a massive 0 out of 10 from me. So there we have it. Those are my ratings. What would I say is the best away kit this season? The best one for me, it's either Crystal Palace or Fulham. I really like both of those tops, but I think the one that I would buy is Crystal Palace. That one is just really cool. So I'm going to say Crystal Palace is the best one of the away kits. The worst one, are we going for waves or palm leaves? I'm going to say palm leaves. It's Bournemouth's. Bournemouth's kit is awful. I don't understand what the design techniques were there or what their strategy was, but it hasn't worked whatever it is. Tottenham, you're lucky. You're lucky there's someone that was genuinely worse than you. So there we go, guys. That's the rating for the away kits in the Premier League this season. Let me know what your favourites were out of 10. Pop them down in the comments down below and hit a like on this video if you want to see me do the 3rd kits. There's not many teams that have got a 3rd kit this season, but if you want to see me do that video, hit a like on this one. It'd be much appreciated. Remember, Premier League Predictor has just started, and also our Fantasy Premier League that you can join in the description down below. Thank you very much for watching. Subscribe to the channel if you are new. I want to hit 80 subscribers this weekend, so please do that for me. I'll see you in the next one.